still on justice for Mohbad. Ladies and gentlemen, as it is right now, we are in a place that we all should applaud for ourselves for standing firm and remaining strong and resolute. It is not an easy thing. Yeah, it has never been easy. I mean, let us be sincere. It has been a journey of back and forth, but we all should celebrate ourselves for standing firm. Now, the update about Sam Larry and Naira Marley, and of course, Prime Boy, is not something that is new. Both of them, all of them, have been cleared, presently cleared. But, as it stands, the nurse and spending, it appears they will be going down. They will be going to the courts and they will be going down from the look of things. Spending might get a lighter sentence if that is how it's going to roll. It might get a lighter sentence, and the nurse might be getting a bigger one for negligence and being unqualified. So, what is the way forward? I'm sure you want to find out about that. What is the next line of approach? What is the next step? Ladies and gentlemen, as it is right now, social media is not in a good place. It's not in a good place. Everyone with their weapons drawn out, ready to fire. This is what I call battle. This is real battle. On justice for Mohbad, we stand. This is real battle. A battle of we will not be quiet. A battle of we will not be silent. We will not be canvassed into silence. We will remain resolute. We will fight it to finish. And this, I believe, is the spirit of justice, the spirit of togetherness. Now, Cynthia came out to say a lot of things. And part of what Cynthia said, is that Mohbad's younger brother is the one that gave him the last food. That's because soon, I think in the next sitting, the pathologists will be invited in to present to the whole world what they found out in the autopsy. But before then, what is the activity? What is happening? What is the new update? How are we going to proceed with the new lead, the new evidence, and how the police jeopardized it at the beginning? But now we have a new CP who is willing to go all the way to find the truth of what died Mohbad. The question is this: if Prime Boy is cleared of whatever it is, who else is going to be attached? That is the shocker, and that is what you're about to find out. I all know that your mind is in the direction of Cynthia, because Cynthia, she is part of the major player in this terrible drama of justice for Mohbad. Let us get right into it.
So any bad to lọ síbi lọ sọ́hùn, maybe it will have effect on ọmọ pé àràbà ni Yomi Fabiyi irú òun ò lè jáde pé òun ò lè jáde hàn sí Yomi pé bóun ṣe gbòòrò tó nínú iṣẹ́ ìjọba òun ò lè jáde hàn sí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí pé èmi ni mo wà lẹ́yìn kéèsì yìí o, mo wà lẹ́yìn ọmọ yìí o, bọ́ òun á ní power òun torí òun ní power lórí àwọn mídíà torí agbára tó wà lọ́wọ́ ènìyàn for now. Ó yá pàdé síbí máa lọ sọ́hùn ẹ bá coordinate kó máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ẹjọ́ níbo làwọn ilé ìfẹ́ data wò tí ìgbérí ní gbogbo mídíà.
Ẹ̀mí wọn ò kó ọwẹ́
apápá
ẹ̀mí wọn ò kó
mo fẹ́ lọ́ọ́ bá búra wọ́n sì mọ̀ pé ẹṣin ńlá òun lọ́ bá pò kọ́ ṣe gbogbo mídíà tọ̀ wọn ọba máa sọ lọ́pọ̀ àwọn pé Àgbáwo ní wèrè tá à ń bá poyò eléyìí dúró tí ò tọ́ ni o.
Bàbá wọn, bàbá ńlá bàbá wọn.
Àwọn ni wọ́n hu irọ́ jọ pọ̀. Torí pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣò pé táwọn bá ti dé agbára wọn dé níbo lágbára tó
náà pa
wà.
Ọlọ́run ti tú eléyìí, Ọlọ́run ti tú.
Kò ṣe pé liver ọmọ yẹn ló débẹ̀. Kò ṣe pé bóyá àwọn mídíà ló ń kó jẹ. Ẹni tó lágbára yẹn pẹ̀lú change tó ń lò. Ó yá máa lọ bí báyìí. Lọ sí bí báyìí. Ẹni yẹn náà ó rò pé mo lágbára ń bẹ̀ yẹn sẹ́ẹ̀. Mo ti bá wọn tèmi sọ̀rọ̀ wọn ò ní fọwọ́ kàn ẹ́. Máa lọ ṣùgbọ́n máa announce pé òun lọ bí báyìí. Máa announce pé òun lọ bí báyìí. Wọn ò ní mú ẹ.
Lágbára nìyẹn tó bá ti lè announce. Tó bá ti lè announce wọn lágbára nìyẹn.
Gbogbo báyìí ṣe yẹn wọ́n fọgbọ́n ṣe pé kọ̀má ṣọ́bẹ̀ pé òun lọ kiri pé òòsà tó náà rí pé àá ti jáde fún wọn àti sòótọ́. Ó náà ó yẹ yín kọlọ sábẹ́lẹ̀ àmọ́ àwọn tó wà ní ẹ̀yà.
Kó lọ Sontu kó bá lọ káàkiri. Kó lọ sí Sontu tó bá lágbára. Kó lọ Sontu.
Ẹ rí i pé fúnra ara wọn náà tí ọlọ́pàá bá ti rẹ́dì àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó máa padà sòótọ́ they will do the job and the truth will be established. Ẹ máa wò lọ́bọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. You know what? I know you really like to, prove yourself because you have nothing to hide. But trust me, at this point, you have the support of the majority. Honestly, going to different platforms. I know you may not know whether they want you or not. But then, if you're on a platform with somebody that calls his or herself, Break the Noise Foundation, you already know that that's an enemy, right? So you don't want to go to anywhere like that.
I didn't even notice.
Exactly. So, I was typing there, Mr. Yomi, that's enough. Drop. That's enough. You don't need, to me, it just seems like you're appealing to them to accept you. Why? For what reason? You don't need it.
Hello, MLH, I understand your pain. But the truth is this, I am dealing with the public. It's a public matter. If it is a matter that Break the Silence is doing that concerns us directly, we might not be going this far. But the case is not our case. It's a general public case. And public education is part of the advocacy that we signed up for. So you have to understand that some people don't even know. And my own mindset is, I don't have any problem with these people. They are not my problem.
I know you don't have a problem with them.
You understand?
But they clearly have a problem with you. I tell you what, it's not like they don't know that you're doing the right thing. They know, but they're just clearly against you. Like this
they want it to be their own way.
Exactly. Like they don't want anyone else. They want to take the lead. And we're not saying what they're doing.
What do you call activism? Well, activism is when people go against what you are doing, but if you are doing what is right, you maintain it. If they think what they are doing is right, let them maintain it. Are they attacking or saying all those words? If they are talking, normally any civilized person, if you are in a discourse, that's why they said, no matter how small your interaction is with anybody, do not let your manners slip away. The moment I realize that this person on the same panel with me is having his or her manners slip away, then that person loses their integrity and goodwill. Because people like them will say, yeah, I don't care. But it might look like you don't care, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow it will. And that is why must be willing to listen to everybody. If you are heading or you are leading an NGO and you don't want to listen to everybody, you only want to listen to people that will say yes, you are not ready to lead. If they come up there and antagonize me, it's not that everything they are saying is not correct. Some of the things or their complaints or their plight is correct. But the honest truth is also for the same purpose, is that I should clap for myself. Thank you. So, for the purpose of clarity is that it's no longer a rocket science. We all are waiting that, or we are expecting that the DPP will wait for, they've gotten the police investigation. And another inquest is there that has been established to also do findings for you, so that when you combine all these two, then you draw your advice from it. But the cocoa of the matter is, it is not the coroner inquest that needs the advice. They are just to advise. It is the police that requested that we want to charge these people. Who should we charge? Or are you going to take over the case? They might advise the police, and the police go on to charge those people. Or they can say, bring it. These are the people that we want to charge. Don't worry. We will take it over from here. These people they have done a serious crime against the state. It is actually a state crime. They can take it over from the police. So they are now looking at it and replying them that, oh, we have done our findings, and we have done every research on your documents, all your evidence. This is our result. It's simple. So if you are telling your fellow people that, hey guys, can't you see what has happened? The coroner inquest that we are all waiting for to draw, they've gone ahead of them. They are not waiting for their advice again. And I now tell them that the way it is now, except something drastic happened, maybe in the form of a protest, this advice, Tomakwada coroner inquest, it is most likely that they will not act on it again, because the court has already ruled. Until you go immediately court ló ń retí láti court ọlọ́pàá ní àjọjì court judge yẹn magistrate yẹn ní ẹ jẹ́ ká dúró de advice DPP ká sọ àwọn tí ẹ máa charge àtàwọn tí ẹ ní charge. Now they've given the advice to the court and the Deputy Commissioner of Police that these are the people that you should charge, and the court have ruled, and they've done the ruling. Is there an appeal court they can go to? I don't know. So if they bring this advice from coroner inquest and send it to DPP, ṣé DPP ṣé máa tún sọ pé kí court yẹn padà wá again ni? Ṣé fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ court tó ti free àwọn Naira Marley tó ti sọ pé kó lọ charge yìí, ṣé fẹ́ padà sínú court yẹn again ni?
And you know, if things were done the right way from start, yeah, these people shouldn't be even the focal point. It's the people that's inside that will mention these people as, you know, as the case goes on, right? But you're leaving the main suspects and then going after the people that at this point we don't even have why we understand that the guy was bullied and things like that. That's a separate case, right? The family of the deceased can take that on, right? But at this point,
the point is this, my dear sister, that's the power of the DPP. Until you're going here, you're not getting it. It's not that Mohbad will not get justice. So he will eventually get justice. The only thing that collation those new evidence ọlọ́pàá náà la máa bẹ̀, because case ti kúrò lọ́wọ́ this is DPP advice. Whatever is coming from the coroner inquest, coroner will do their job. But the truth of the matter is, tọ́ba parí ntọ́fẹ́ ṣe kò ń ṣe òfin. It's not binding that these are the people that must be charged. They will only advise. This is our findings. The DPP will not look into it. Court to TDPP send the advice in Lofunda. They've concluded that court. People are not getting the truth. Once you parry court, you adájọ́ magistrate yẹn ti dájọ́ pé ìwọ prime boy, ìwọ Naira Marley Samla lẹ́jọ́, ìwọ lọ́nà onídẹ̀ẹ́jọ́. Proceed to the next court. Kò lè padà sí magistrate court mọ́ láyé. Kò lè padà síbẹ̀ mọ́ láyé. It has been concluded. Only the EBT DPP, bójú ọlọ́pàá ló fẹ́ charge nurse àti spending sí high court. Tọ́lọ́ ó bá jẹ́ pé Lagos State ló fẹ́ take over. Either of them, anything tó bá mú bọ̀, whether from coroner inquest or tí ọlọ́pàá bá lọ get, òun ló máa attach máwọn yẹn pé we have a new lead, and they might go back to the DPP if and when. But the public will have to do a lot of work for the DPP to rewrite another advice and give it to the police. Then the police will present it before the court at the high court. But wọ́n lè padà sí magistrate court yẹn mọ́.
We're saying the same thing, like basically your approach is the best, like starting the case from scratch now, like invite the people that, you know, like relevant, like that we see as suspects, and then, you know, interrogate them, like basically starting the whole thing from scratch now, right? But most people are not saying it that way. Like even the Isha guy was saying, you're boasting about meeting with the CP or eating meat pie and having some drinks and all that. Why do you even have to say that? Like you know, like it to me, it just seems like they just don't want you. Like they just like ate your guts. Like why does he have to get to that?
My dear. It's on that's why I'm saying that MLH at the end of the day, that is their own squad. We have our own squad here. If you ask me eventually, I will appeal to them. We will follow through with you on your corona inquest. It is valid. It is good. Okay, stop. Even if they condemn our own stuff. But they should ask themselves a question. If we support the corona inquest, okay, the corona inquest is okay, good. They have right to do this. Okay, now let's do our own. If you don't want to support us, you can keep quiet. But let's maintain a united front. Let's ignore it. If they think antagonizing us, if you are on this side, let's continue to put the right pressure and let them go back, investigate Wunmi again, investigate Adura, investigate Darosha, investigate Dabola, particularly based on the 3 seconds video. Loretta, bless you so much. All I don't know is, I hope is, Loretta, Loretta and Santo, Tarawani.
Yes, what I do about in that room, talking about it, yet, you know, going to your mouth with the answer for one proof.
And if you project to like a film with MC, at least school film school,
everybody trouble what on so, but then she gaga be pay
in location. Oh, then I want to because small back man not 2 weeks away. In college, so MC iṣẹ́ ọjọ́ kan kí lọ lecture àwọn mi ní class ní ma lọ ṣe báyìí ṣe ẹ bá fẹ́ join film school sanwó fún mi kó mi sápò MC dáwọ́ mi sápò ogbó tà níbẹ̀ gan orí jọ́sìn ọba lálọ́lé ó ti make baba Mohbad were vulnerable pé àwọn ìkọ́nú ẹbí yẹn máa fẹ́ máa ṣèkà fún bàbá yẹn and it's natural for people to want to protect him ẹ má yàtọ̀ ra wa ṣé ẹ get me because at a point he's the only one in the family. But there is no point making anybody special in the family again. Yes. So as an NGO, as an individual, if I see anybody obstructing, and the obstruction of justice, show sign of conflict of interest. Criticize anything about side of conflict of interest because it is a natural thing to see and react to injustice. Kosibo Sheferi, Talomo Boya, Adura gone the favorite of Baba Mohbad for it. Talomo Boya, Adura gone the favorite.
It's true.
More tell now.
Nobody knows.
Boya favorite of Adura. And if eventually, Baba Adura, or Boya wanted to depend on Adura, what in the color Dano. Wunmi TV, national TV.
Yes. Move to move lo jẹ́ kí gbogbo amari gbogbo what Wunmi en charge ko so anything now.
Gbogbo ẹ ma jáde. Kò tí ẹ̀yin ko bo so at the end of the day ngba ta ma gbon sin ó ní tó bá jẹ́ pé kini kan ma jáde o toxicology ma jáde o ó mọ̀ pé possible ko pé tí bàbá ń gbé bọ̀ ó ma fi àfihàn pé poison ló pa Mohbad.
Yeah,
ó dẹ̀ lárí mọ́lẹ̀.
Ó ti straight twist here. Nígbà àdúrà ló sọ yẹn. Can you imagine that?
Ó sáré twist here. Òun sáré ṣe yẹn. Nígbà tó tún ṣe yẹn, a rí pé wọ́n tún ṣe kí ni? Wọ́n ò dóde corona inquest mọ́. Wọ́n sáré gbé advice jáde. Gbogbo ọ̀nà ní gbogbo kò ń ṣogun kékeré. Somebody or some people powerful. Òun là ń face.
Yes. People, yes. Yomi kí ló gbàgbé.
So tí wọ́n yẹn bá condemn. I'm a leader of my own NGO. Check it in. Ìyọ́n láti farabalẹ̀ ṣàlàyé fún ìtọ́ máa ṣàlàyé pé èmi ò mọ ṣẹ́tẹ̀ ń ṣe o, èmi tó bẹ̀yìn ṣe o, èmi ò mọ but tẹ́mi bá ti ṣàlàyé tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ gbọ́ as an activist máa kó imọ́ dọ̀tí ni o.
definitely.
Ọtí bá ṣàlàyé.
O ṣe try láti lọ rí Akínolú ọba Èkó because bàbá yẹn náà ní ẹnu o.
A sì máa dé Àbújá ní ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. The next symposium we are doing.
Ọba tó ló ń kó nígbà kan yẹn ọ̀rẹ́ so ó dẹ̀ lè fèsì bọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mò ń gbọ́.
Tẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ mi, the next symposium we are doing ó máa dé akọ IG lára akọ presidency akọ major embassies. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tí à ń sọ tó jẹ́ òtítọ́ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ikú Mohbad gbogbo ẹ̀ nígbà táwa ní gbéjáde ayé máa rí ẹ wá rí pé ó máa yàtọ̀ sáwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣáàjì. Nígbà tó bá rí pé okay now if this is it àwọn lawyer activists ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n ọjọ́ kan sínú ẹ̀wọ̀n kan tó ń play fún wa ọlọ́pàá wa ń bì kí wọ́n láwọn tẹ́wọ́ lọ ṣáàjì báwo lè jọ kéèsì àwọn yẹn nìkan lẹ́gbọ̀n gbé lọ́bẹ̀ àwọn ilé nǹkan.
It's not the same at all. Ìpòtẹ́ jọra wọn. It's rubbish.
Àwọn yẹn ó wà ń bẹ̀ o they are meant to be there. But without missing words tá a bá ṣe yẹn ayé máa rí pé ẹ̀dùn náà. So tó bá jẹ́ pé result conclusion corona inquest gan ó align pẹ̀lú wa it's still the same it's gonna be the same thing but kókó bẹ̀ ni wípé only corona inquest lè suggest pé àwọn ẹni afurasí lélẹ́yìí táwọn rò pé ìwádìí àwọn lélẹ́yìí ṣùgbọ́n ibi tí corona inquest fẹ́ gbé lọ wọn ò dúró dé wọn mọ́ wọ́n ti take a step ilé ẹjọ́ ti gba judgement DPP ọlọ́pàá wọ́n ti act on it wọ́n ti fi àwọn èèyàn lẹ̀. How is that difficult to understand that whatever if the DPP if the corona inquest now Taba Sapoke they suspect that Naira Marley has a case to answer Prime Boy has a case to answer and they give it to DPP DPP now look at it they has a case to answer they has a case to answer but we have already given the court the order to release them. So you want DPP to look stupid and say okay court reconvene. Is Balu tó ti fò lẹ́ ṣẹ́wọ́ sí the only way is look for an alternative and act fast ẹ ṣe ní ká dúró dè yẹn ọ fẹ́ gbọ́ tọrọ ọ fẹ́ ká ṣàṣọ nǹkan tó bá ó yẹ kó bò sọ.
They know the fact but they just pretending like
the only person that can write to the court tí ọlọ́pàá gbé kéèsì lọ tó lè advice wọn is DPP it's not corona inquest.
No. Oh, my pass through DPP now. Kò lè jump.
Àdìwọ̀n tiẹ̀ ní láti ọkọ̀ máa pass through wọn ni DPP náà ni adájọ́ ń dóde.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
DPP nìkan ni judge àti ọlọ́pàá lè dóde ní kéèsì tí wọ́n gbé lọ kóòtù yẹn. And I don't know except there is another court tó bá gbéṣẹ́ fún corona inquest but lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí the work tó ń ṣe lọ ní corona inquest ibi tí wọ́n ti fẹ́ lò kóòtù yẹn ni wọ́n ti dájọ́ yẹn tó ti free àwọn tó fẹ́ free tó lè ti àwọn tó fẹ́ charge ní tá à ń sọ fún wọn nìyẹn. So the only option left is the high court. So whatever is coming from the corona inquest is bringing so that is what we're saying. Mo ti sọ Yorùbá sìn mo ti sọ ní English but n bẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ sọ̀tọ̀ fáwọn èèyàn. And
well done, Mr. Yomi. You are doing well. Just leave those ones. They are not. You are open. That's but I want a lot behind them. They just want people to keep on waiting until they are tired. 17 months is not a joke. So if another person is bringing another idea, they should accept whether they like it or not. Look at them, it's more or less they're attacking you. But I love it that
because you don't allow them to collect money again from the public.
You understand? You stood your ground. In your car, not in your melo. You stood.
That's their pain.
Everybody has seen it.
Money.
You see, everybody has seen it. Hey, need more explanation. Just I want to say where I have it very hard and very me. I don't know the words to use. Are they on ground? Why are the people on mama disturb peace lori black app? Are they on ground? They are on ground. They are on black app. Mélòó láti ṣe. And more of it is keeping their useless faces. When the mama antagonize your own ṣe.
Abeke Ade, ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ pé corona inquest tó lọ lọ́wọ́ yìí. Findings there. Tẹ̀bí DPP fẹ́ lò láti lè advice case tó wà ní court yẹn ni.
Yeah, but àwọn eléyìí mi ò rò pé
case tó wà ní court yẹn ṣé wọ́n ti parí ẹ̀ wọ́n ti
you already explain everything to them. but they will come from every angle, just as if they are attacking. If you are doing your own thing, don't everyone say that continue. Continue. Everybody fẹ́ ní pé justice yìí wà fẹ́. Wunmi is everywhere granting interview. Tí ò bá ta ni tó yẹ pé wọ́n ti fata attach kó ọmọdé yóò jáde láti jọjọ́ ẹ̀. Tó ti rí pé àwọn ti wà on ground tí ò sórí black app nìkan mọ́ tí ò sórí media. Ó ti rí pé kíní yẹn tí ó ti ń get serious. Now she's out there granting interview up and down, lying. Now me wá tẹ̀yìn láwí lọ́jọ́ yẹn nísìnyí òun ló parọ́ mọ́ inú mi dẹ̀ dùn pé òun ló parọ́ mọ́ onítorí pé ó ń sick. Ẹ lọ wọ́n náà wà lórí Arise TV right now.
Kò tí mọ̀ bóyá ń lọ.
Ṣé ti yẹ these people tó bá lajú lẹ̀ wọ́n rí pé iṣẹ́ kan náà lẹ́jọ́ ń ṣe, but being greedy I don't understand, being stupid ní má tiẹ̀ pé cause greediness kan lélẹ̀. Ṣó ti yẹ yín lè fẹ́ máa ṣe nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ ní pé yàn kan ti go ahead tó ń sọ pé gbogbo ibi tó bá wà lòun fẹ́ touch then okay wọ́n ní wọ́n ti change àwọn tó wà yìí àwọn tó ti kú fine then we are starting again. Okay ẹ jẹ́ kí yàn yìí ṣe yàn yìí ẹ̀ tí ì rí wrong ẹ̀ I'm talking about you here Mr. Yomi wọ́n tí ì rí wrong yín wọ́n tí ì rí mistake yín now ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí antagonize yàn náà ok ṣé ẹ fẹ́ kó dúró níbẹ̀ yẹn ni àbí ẹ jẹ́ kí a rí fault àwọn police tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí náà this time around pẹ̀lú CP tó wà bẹ̀ right now before kẹ́ tó make any other kìíní but ẹ jẹ́ ẹ kọ́ máa cut everybody along the road because of kí kìíní yẹn lójú kọ́ lè continue 17 months.
If there is going to be any logical addition or advancement òótọ́ tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbọ́ ni wípé. And I will repeat it again, ma. Bóyá tẹ́ bá lọ sáwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ sọ fún wọn. The old standard.
You are not even ready for those ones because only one way. Your tí o ní sọ ló máa jókòó tí
wọ́n kọ́ gbọ́. Wọ́n
lè gbọ́ wọ́n get out.
Ohun tó ń ṣe ní corona is to advise the magistrate court ibi tí wọ́n gbé gbogbo Naira Marley Samilari nurse gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ court ni wọ́n ti wà ń court. Ọlọ́pàá wọ́n wá ní ẹ dúró adájọ́ yẹn ní ẹ dúró. Ẹ ti kó àwọn ilé wa ẹ ṣe kí ni ẹ duplicate file lọ sí DPP ohun tí DPP bá sọ padà sí mi ní máa lè mọ àwọn tí mo tẹ máa bá ṣe ẹjọ́ àtàwọn tẹ máa filẹ̀ ó yá ẹ lọ fún wọn níbẹ̀ náà fún ọ yá ẹ lọ padà we go to wait for DPP advice. Now DPP wa ń dúró de corona inquest náà pé ẹ̀yin náà ṣe fáìlì sí ibẹ̀ ẹ bu wa ká tó lè kọ advice wa o so that case tó ń ṣe lọ ní court yẹn o. Now, all the titi worry, they now found
17 months.
Yeah, and then they go back to them and say, pressure ti pọ̀jù. Oh yeah, the people are don't they tell you more ẹ ti pẹ́ jù. Nǹkan ọlọ́pàá file sí wa yìí. Pẹ̀lú àwọn nǹkan tá ti rí la máa fi kọ advice wa. And they replied the police. Now, give it to the judge. These are the people that has case to answer in this case. And the judge received it and made a ruling. Ẹjọ́ tí corona inquest bá mú findings tiẹ̀ wá níbo ni DPP ti fẹ́ lọ lò tábà tiẹ̀ máa lò tí n fẹ́ kó yí wọn ní pé tí mò ń sọ fún wọn ní pé tí DPP bá tiẹ̀ máa find it useful kò ń ṣe níbi tó ti set Naira Marley gbogbo yẹn free mọ́ court yẹn ti round up the case they are now waiting for trial and they are going to be going to high court whatever is coming from corona inquest can be used at the high court but not to return back to the case because the case has been decided upon. Advice ti jáde.
That's exactly what you are saying. Now, if you tell you what, this is no more fish go by 1 year back. Then they will be able to interrogate them one by one again. Okay, people that 3 minutes video for so anything. Toba move àdúrà. Okay, what is your boy? They will be forced to say something like because you only could ṣe rántí pé this same Karimo ó gbé ibi tí rail yẹn ti bend àwọn tí Wunmi mothers wọ́n try láti cover up with blood with one green jacket I think or one green top tí ìrí dúvé o ẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ìkọ̀kọ̀ òṣèlè okay ẹ bá wá tẹ̀sán pé ẹ fẹ́ mú spending which me I'm not even against that ó yẹ kó mú spending torí ó wà nínú ilé nurse she's involved gbogbo wọn yẹn ni kí ni wọ́n pe nurse fún kó wá treat because ọwọ́ tó ní wọn àti prime door ti ìjà yẹn kò lè produce a whole lot of blood bá ṣe rí yẹn àwa náà bí wọn náà even kí yàn lọ sí labour room bí aṣọ yẹn ṣe bó ṣe soak yẹn kò lè soak tó yẹn bàbá ló bá wà tó yẹ pé òun ló bá jẹ̀bi is going down. I don't. This one way, one side justice is what they want. Me, I'm not interested in that. Anybody tó bá jẹ̀bi ni kó lọ fún.
Ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ gbóhùn sọ̀rọ̀.
Bàbá náà dẹ̀ sọ síta, ó ní tó bá pọ̀ òun lòún pa bàbá òun ló pa ọmọ òun.
The corona inquest.
Wọ́n ìfẹ́ bàbá. Ṣé bàbá wájú náà?
The corona inquest as we speak now is never going to indict Adura.
That's what we are saying. Is this
corona
way?
inquest?
If Adura.
Video, video tí wọ́n send to me a 3 seconds video. If eventually the video has to do with the day Mohbad died, and certainly it means that this third person is a major person of interest. To but which ẹ bá jà tọ́ra wa ilẹ̀ ńlẹ̀ yẹn ó jọnú ilé Mohbad ibi tí ó kú sí. At the end of the day, police nìkan ló lè unravel yẹn because ní corona inquest there is likelihood that even Baba's lawyer will not touch on that 3 seconds video. So gbogbo nǹkan tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú that aspect of physical evidence of who died Mohbad they might not touch. So if police now go back phone yẹn wà lọ́wọ́ wọn and that phone will unravel a major truth very shortly.
Lágbára lọ because that's what we are waiting for. So because
èmi dúró pa sórí yẹn. So at the end of the day.
Sorry. China Rita there is a lot of killing in that Nigeria because they know one way or the other they will be free. And this thing cannot stop. Except justice for Mohbad. Ọwọ́ àwọn tó ṣe ládàá ẹ̀dá ní Nàìjíríà yẹn.
We are good to go. Ṣọ́tí ẹ̀yin DPP ti ṣiṣẹ́ tí wọ́n tọ́. Àdì anybody pé I want you to read me o. DPP even though ọ̀lẹ́ bá ní DPP mọ́. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé kéèsì àwọn ti wà ń court.
Homicide case ní kíní now. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pé it's just a criminal offence like any other thing. No.
Court has finished up and they've decided and they've ruled. There is a ruling already. Ruling yet to your prime boy, to your Narabale, to your boy is over. So if it about Wulo again, is at the discretion of the DPP. They might use it maybe at the trial court and they might not use it. It's at the discretion. If you thought it came late. It's going to be coming late because they've already sent the advice to that court and that court have ruled. So if they finish whatever they do at corona inquest, the DPP cannot call the police to say, oh yeah, return Narabali, return them back, go and get another new advice. No.
A lot is getting clearer on the journey towards justice for Mohbad. Well, it is glaring that somehow Cynthia found a way not to be included in the consequences of what died Mohbad. Going by the story out there, and some of the stories made known by the Nigerian police, obviously, having sat down with Cynthia, drinking wine and collecting money. They sat down and concluded between themselves that the solution to justice for Mohbad is for them to whip up stories that do not connect. Which part of it did the police invent? I'm sure you all know the part that the police invented. They missed the connection. They didn't do their homework well. The police did a shoddy job there. They wanted to just end it on Prime Boy spending the nurse and also tie it to Sam Larry and Naira Marley. Very unintelligent police that handled it. Of course, these things are bound to happen this way because, it is not possible for you as a person to want to manipulate the public and think that it will go that way and end there. No, it is not possible. The DPP and the coroner inquest are supposed to work together from what we all know. But due to the vacation, the compulsory vacation, the stay of proceeding that was instituted by Bankole and Smith, I guess that's the reason why the DPP felt, well, there is no need to waste our time on waiting to get updates from the inquest. Let us proceed. It is glaring. Everything is clear. There is no need in wasting our time. Let us just give our conclusion on this matter, which is simply to clear Sam Larry, Naira Marley, and Prime Boy. Whatever it is that the inquest is going to produce, we will maybe act on it or not. But I'm kind of thinking this way, even though Yomi Fabiyi said, oh, they have gone ahead, they are not waiting. They definitely received partial update from the sitting magistrate. The coroner, they have received partial updates, not the full conclusion. They've done part conclusion on it. So they acted upon that. Even though Sam Larry and Naira Marley have not been invited to the inquest, they already looked into the matter like, look, first, for us to proceed on this, there are certain principles that needs to be applied. And part of the principle is to connect those that are directly and indirectly responsible. And from the look of things, it is impossible for Sam Larry and Naira Marley to be attached directly to the demise of Mohbad. It is not possible. So, how do we clear this? That's the first thing that came to them. That's the first thought. How do we clear this out? We have to kind of separate the chaff from the wheat. We cannot sit down and fool ourselves. Let us not elongate this matter. Let us proceed on it appropriately. And that's what they did. So they cleared Naira Marley, Sam Larry from the demise of Mohbad. If the family of Mohbad want to press and push on bullying, that's a different thing. And if the police wants to press and push on bullying, which they have already established, but since the coroner inquest is not about bullying, the coroner inquest is not focused on bullying, the job of the coroner inquest is on what by Mohbad. So they said to themselves, look, we cannot be there fooling ourselves. Let us just get this thing sorted and put an end to it, rather than us wasting taxpayers' money. Let us not waste our time and waste the public's own. Let us focus. But where people are having issues is they are not really focusing on who they are supposed to focus on. Maybe they just held on to the story. There was a fight. Prime Boy is the aggressor. No, Mohbad is the aggressor. They already clarified which part, who is the aggressor and who is not the aggressor. And once that is sorted out, they already established it. Mohbad is the one that attacked. And during the course of attack on someone who did nothing to, who didn't fight back, and no evidence that there was even a fight. He was trying to pull his friend out of the car. So, who should be held responsible? That's how they run, they process it. Who should be held responsible? It is Mohbad. that should be responsible for his action or actions towards his friend. If it was his friend that got injured, what would we be saying? That's what they concluded upon. And they said, look, let's end it there. Let's end it there. And they ended it. Prime Boy is free. If you got injured and then a nurse is now invited in to sort out your pain and all of that, to them, so be it. And if anyone is going to be held responsible again for what happened to Mohbad, then it is the nurse who is unqualified, who should not be administering medication on anybody, but did. End of story. End of discussion. That's it. She should be held responsible and nothing more. Now, what people are concerned about is this. Is this the end? Is this the end of justice for Mohbad? Like, is nobody going to be held responsible for what happened to Mohbad? Like, is that the end of it? This is what... This is what is cause for concern out there. That is the cause of concern to a lot of people. Is that the only person, people, like, is that the end of it? Like, nobody's going to be responsible. Just the nurse administered medication that she should not administer. And let us hold spending. Spending will have his own time and day in court too. So I believe strongly that he might be able to argue his own part, saying, look, I did nothing. All I did was to give phone number. What they did with it is not my business. I do not have any reason to want to harm my friend. And calling a nurse is the same nurse I used. So why will I call a nurse? And it has also been established that the kind of medication given to Mohbad by the nurse is not the kind that should take someone's life outrightly. But reactions here and there, who knows?